How will tonight be emotional for you, do you think?
I don't know. I like to keep my emotions in, so this is a special night. So, having my kids here and, family, friends, witness this opportunity, it's just so surreal to me that I'm being honored, for things I did in the past. So that means
You're old.
In a good way.
Yeah, so I doubt it, but it is definitely a special feeling, man. I feel honored and excited about the opportunity just to be the first guy that's being recognized. I mean, it feels good to be celebrated, and appreciated. So I can't wait.
Trace, were you surprised that the call came, and who called you, considering the way it ended?
No, I'm not surprised by the call. I think the organization understands what took place now. It was an individual. If it wasn't for an individual, I would still be in Orlando Magic uniform after 04. It was just one individual that ruined that for the whole organization. And I think it took some years for them to understand because that individual was no longer here, and I heard some things that went on with him. So, with that being said, no, I'm not surprised that I got that call. I mean, I've talked to some people in the organization, and they, kept me up to speed of what was going on with that particular situation. And I think they understood.
Who called you? You remember?
Well, my assistant called me. I'm not sure who reached out to her. But yeah, she called me and informed me that they wanted me to come back, and I was overly excited about that.
Now that you had a few years to reflect, kind of the big picture view, what are your thoughts on your time as an Orlando Magic player?
Well, this was a special time in my career. Coming here at 20 years old, and they put a lot of trust in me. They believed in me, not being that elite caliber player before signing here. I was a part-time starter when I was with Toronto, and after that season, I got the max dollar. So they put that belief in me. That just instilled confidence that I had an organization that believed in me. And from the time that I stepped foot on this basketball court at the TD Waterhouse, I always wanted to not let the organization down. I mean, I was very excited to be back home and play in front of friends and family. It was just a great opportunity. It was a dream come true because I grew up down the street. I watched these guys, Nick Anderson, Penny, and Shaq. And I wanted to be in that uniform. So I didn't want to let anybody down, and I worked my ass off to reach the highest of the heights, reach my talent to where I could take it. And we had some great moments here. And my career is based off of a lot of what ifs, and I look back and what if we had a healthy Grant Hill, we possibly could have been contenders for a championship. But I had a lot of pressure on me. Considering I was 20 years old and they gave me all this money, I had a lot of pressure on me, and I felt that at times.
Was it hard to process being a 20-year-old with that pressure?
I was kind of naive. I don't think it was hard to process. Once I stepped on a basketball court, the rest just really took care of itself. I think at 20 years old, I think I had rabbit ears, and I was, listening to everything and was believing everything. But once I stepped inside the lines, nothing really mattered.
Hey Tracy, 10 years ago, right now, you were the leading scorer in the NBA. We're starting your last year with the Magic. You've had a lot of stops since then and a lot of accomplishments, a lot of disappointments. Does it seem like,
Damn.
does it seem like more than 10 years or less?
Tell me how you really, huh?
Huh?
Well, true.
Does it seem like 10 years?
I love the truth. No, it doesn't. It really doesn't. It just seems like, I was walking through these hallways, suiting up, getting ready to play on, well, not this court, but the TU warehouse. And to play with a bunch of group of guys that I enjoyed playing with because I knew what I was going to get from those guys, night in and night out. Darryl Armstrong, Pat Garrity, Monty, Jock Vaughn, I could go on, Bo Outlaw. It was fun, man. It was just fun, and it was a brotherhood that I formed, with Darryl Armstrong. Just being around some of those guys, watch how they conduct themselves as a young player, I owe them a lot because they allowed me to come in and be who I was and allow me to grow into the player that I was. If it wasn't for those guys sacrificing and, allow me to step in the limelight and do those things that I was doing night in and night out, I probably wouldn't have excelled like I did. So thanks to those guys, man. We had some great times, some great memories in that building.
Tracy, you talked about being 20 years old and your career had a lot of what ifs. You wonder what would have happened if you couldn't have come right out of high school to the NBA, and are you surprised at how emotionally prepared you were, considering that you didn't have a year of college?
I really never thought about that, going to college. What would happen if I would have went to college? I never really thought about that. It was just so far-fetched for me to fathom that, when you have the opportunity to, sign a $12 million contract or go to school and be miserable in the classroom.
A lot of the younger, a lot of the younger players in the league now, they grew up watching you, and there seems to be a real reverence for what you did on the floor and the way you played, even though you didn't have maybe the team success that you wanted. Do you feel like you made a lasting impact on the NBA?
I do. I look at a lot of these guys, and I get a lot of respect from these guys. Guys like Kevin Durant, Paul George. When I announced my retirement, a lot of these guys sent messages out there, and they respected what I did. So, it feels good to know that you put it down on the basketball court and left something behind for these youngest players, and they respected what I brought to the game. So that was a great feeling to see those tweets and some of the guys reach out to me.
Chris, when you were here, they tried to pair you and Grant, even tried to get Tim Duncan. Nowadays, stars want to play with stars. Do you have to have a star or two today to win?
Let me see, who won the last 2 championships? Shit. D-Wade, Chris Bosh, and LeBron James. Yeah. Who won before that? It's Dirk Nowitzki. Yeah, of course. That's just what it is. Looking back, I wish it had worked because, there's a possibility for us to do that. But again, that's hindsight looking back, and but that's the trend nowadays. Guys teaming up with other superstars, and I have no problem with it. When it's all said and done, you're going to be looked at as a winner, not who you play with. It's tough to win in this league when you're the only superstar. And a lot of people don't know, but I only played with one all-star my whole career, and really in my prime, and that was Yao. Yeah.
Then he got kind of hurt.
Yeah, he got.
I mean, the Indiana Pacers are trying to do it, even though Paul George is a really good player. It seems like they're trying to draft and then pick a free agent here and there and really push the Heat kind of the other way.
Yeah, well, that is my team. If the Heat was to lose, it'd a guy like Paul George, who is becoming a superstar in our league. I mean, they have it all. They have the size, the length. They have the physical, ability to match up against Indiana. I think it's more of just a mental thing with them, because I think they have what it takes. The roster is better. Obviously Miami has the best player in the world, but I think overall, I think Indiana is just a better team with a lot more depth.
Can you still play in
Yeah.
your heart of hearts? And did you just kind of give it up because you were frustrated at the last couple of years, maybe not getting playing time, injuries, whatever it was?
If I was to look back, I think it was probably after my 11th season is when I hurt my knee. If I was to look back and be able to do that all over again, I probably would have sat out. I think I would have became a free agent, but I probably would have just took a whole year out, just to really prepare myself and try to come back and try out for a team. But the competitive side in me just wouldn't allow that to happen. I wish I had somebody to sit me down and tell me this is what it is, this is what you have to do. But yeah, I think trying to come back and not going to the right situation that I felt comfortable with being in that role, I think trying to do that over and over, it mentally ejected me from the game. There's no doubt I still can play. I mean, I'm 34 years old. My body feels great. But mentally, I don't want to pick up a ball again. I don't care to play again. It's over. Even if somebody called me, like, we want to take our time with you, it's over.
Okay, so, assuming you don't come back and play,
I'm not.
what are you gonna do, like, in the next 5 years, or so, what do you think?
Well, I have 4 kids that, I think, when you're in this business, your family does a lot of sacrificing because you're traveling so much, you're away from home. So I have 4 beautiful kids at home, and I just want to dedicate my time and everything to them right now. Obviously, I do some broadcasting here and there. I think that's something that I probably want to get into. As you guys know, I brought a minor league baseball team down to Biloxi, Mississippi. I'm excited about that because baseball has always been a love of mine. And who knows, you might see me in the spring